Hey everybody, happy snow Saturday. It's just starting to flurry here in Chesapeake Beach. So unfortunately I did not bring you the 80 degree and sand from Cancun. Because, some things just aren't in my power. But hey, I'm coming to you live today for our daily Success God's Way live. And I have a couple tidbits that I want to drop in your spirit today. And I want to remind you that I'm going to be going live this Monday, the 14th at 9 p.m. in my Success God's Way group. And hey, Jody, I'm going to be sharing really my story and my journey of how I sort of in my entrepreneur journey. Hey, Kim, where I got to this place where I really feel very called to be a messenger around Success God's Way, and the extension of that to be a coach for entrepreneurs and helping them align their results to God's truth. So I'm going to be doing that. You'll see me post about that, and I do hope that you'll share that information because there are so many people who are on an entrepreneurial journey, or maybe they're stepping into an entrepreneurial journey alongside of their full-time job because, a side hustle is never a bad thing, multiple streams of income and all of that. So I'll be sharing about that on Monday night. But today I want to drop in your spirit the last little bit from this book that I've been reading, Divine Direction by Craig Groeschel. And this is kind of, valleys versus mountaintops. Here's the thing, particularly for entrepreneurs, but really it applies to anyone. When things are going great, we are on our mountaintop, and most of the time, we're not shouting from the mountaintop, hey, look at God's glory. We're kind of shouting from the mountaintop, hey, look what I did. Because there's this great saying, and you guys heard me talk about this the other day, if it is to be, it's up to me. And I beg to differ. And some of you aren't going to like that, but I'm going to beg to differ on that one. If it is to be, it's up to He. It is up to the Lord. If we are tuned into Him and we are walking in alignment with His will. And oftentimes, especially as entrepreneurs, we tend to be at the top of the mountain and think, oh, all things are going great. We don't need the Lord. And then when we get into our valley, we're mad at God, right? Because things aren't going so great. And we're like, Lord, why are you allowing this to happen? And so here's what I've learned is that I need God both places, in the valley and the mountaintop. But it is in my valley that I have hung on to His grip most. And that has brought me through lessons that have allowed me to look back and connect the dots to where I am now. And it is in those valleys that I have experienced the mess that has become my message, and what a little bit of I'll be sharing Monday night. So there's a couple of things that I just want to drop in your spirit really quickly. And I want to take you to a passage in Scripture in the book of Matthew. And this is when, Jesus had said to the apostles, hey, let's take the boat out and let's go out on this boat. And as they're out on the boat, a storm comes up. And Jesus is like, peacefully sleeping through this storm. And the apostles are like, Lord, help us, help us. And here's the thing. And I just lost where I was. Having Jesus at the stern of your boat, having Jesus at the center of your business, doesn't mean that you won't have storms. Because He tells us, in this world you will have trouble. But I have overcome the world. He has already claimed victory. And so having Him there doesn't mean that your boat won't rock, but having Him at the center, not just of your business, but of your life, but we're specifically talking about business here, means that the storm won't sink you. And in these times where you have challenges and maybe your business has taken a downturn, or if you're in a business that there are promotion levels and maybe you've lost a title or you've gone a little bit backwards, your business has dipped, you might have people saying to you, like, how are you holding up so well? Or why are you not falling apart? Or you're keeping it all together and you seem to have so much peace. And I've had people say this to me, like, you have so much peace in the midst of this challenge. And it's because I've got Christ in the center of it. And that has made all the difference. And that has led me to providing these messages to you guys. I'm not doing it alone. I'm not doing it alone. And I have help that many people can't see because they don't have that same relationship with the Lord. So first of all, he is there and he is always there. So you never have to worry about being alone. Secondly, not only is he there in the storm, he uses those storms for his purposes. He has used lessons in my life to teach me so much through these storms. So here's the thing is that when they were out on the boat and the storm arose, the disciples did not experience that storm because they weren't walking in his will. They experienced that storm because they were in his will. Their ordeal was not some accident, this is what Craig says, or some freak event that took Jesus by surprise. He knew the storm was coming, and he knew that it would serve a higher purpose in the lives of those he loved. God always uses storms, and when we love him and we are pursuing his purposes, he always works things out for our good. You guys, that is really the centerpiece of the message that I believe that I'm meant to bring forth and that I believe God has called me to do in coaching entrepreneurs to align results to his truth. And that is that he uses those challenges. He uses those moments where you're like, am I supposed to do this business? It doesn't seem to be going the way that it's supposed to go. Am I supposed to leave? He uses those moments for you to lean in more and to trust him. The more you get to know him, the more your faith will grow. And he allows you to experience these things to teach you to trust and depend on him. So I wanted to drop that in your spirit today because I know, just like when I started my Arbonne business, and for those of you that don't know, I am a brand ambassador for the global healthy living brand Arbonne. I knew that there were others who were seeking healthier, safer products, who were seeking a way to eat clean and do it simply, but mostly who were seeking a way to create a willable business asset for their family. I knew that there were other moms who desperately wanted to be off of the corporate hamster wheel. And that was a vehicle that I could share with them. And through the trials and tribulations that I've had in my 8 years in business, I know that there are others that are hitting a wall or that have lost titles and it's sending them reeling, or who are questioning, like, am I supposed to keep doing this? And I just know that that's why God has put me through the challenges I've had so that I can bring a message from that mess. So I'm going to be going live Monday night, 9 p.m. in a group, in a community that I've created, and it's called Success God's Way. So I want to ask you to do 3 things. First of all, if anything I'm saying, or if you've gone back and watched the lives, if any of that resonates with you, give me a thumbs up, give me a smiley face, or say, hey, this totally hits me to the core, because I want to know that I'm bringing value. Secondly, if you know anybody that could benefit from these daily messages, please feel free to share. And then lastly, hop on over, go search Success God's Way. I have a community that I'm building there. I'm posting these videos there, and I'm posting daily information and tidbits and insights and such there, because there are more people who just need some of this spoken into their spirit. And I'm not the only one in the world that talks about this, but I may be the one person that people know that talks about it, that they can hear it from. So I hope you find that helpful today. Listen, if you are in the snow band, please be safe, stay warm, don't go getting crazy. Make sure you got your toilet paper and your milk and whatever else. Make sure you have some healthy snacks. That's from your health and wellness coach right here. But be safe, and thanks for tuning in. I hope this really touched your spirit today, and I'll see you tomorrow.